At least on the surface, life in Russia's capital seems very much status quo. Vladimir Putin is about to be re-elected again for a fifth term as president. Stores are busy and shelves are full, but people are paying more. Prices for everything have increased greatly, he said. But there are still plenty of keen shoppers, including those who can splurge on products from Western companies that have pulled out of the Russian market because businesses have been able to adapt. At first, we had problems. Many European transport companies closed their businesses with us, said Roberto Maglione, an importer who found new routes to bring Italian products, including cheese, to the Russian market.
We are thriving now.
Marina Lubanovskaya is part of a group of Russians who put out videos on YouTube for an English-speaking audience. In her case, she says she's trying to dispel Western rumors about Russia suffering under sanctions.
I love this abundance.
This store in Moscow is owned by Globus, a German chain which still operates around 20 stores in Russia. Lubanovskaya admits prices have gone up, but insists Russians aren't missing out.
Russian ham, avocado.
She shows off some of the groceries she recently purchased for a few dollars, including Russia's own replacement for Coca-Cola, which pulled out of the country.
You see the bottle is very similar and the taste as well. This is zero sugar. Cheers.
Lubanovskaya is a travel agent who said all of the European travel restrictions have made her pivot. She now books clients trips to Asia instead. That's also where Russia has boosted its trade.
If you are friends with China, there is no shortage with the computers and different devices.
Chinese cars now account for about half of Russia's car market. While Russia shores up its new trading partners abroad, at home it's ramped up spending on the military. 1/3 of the budget is going towards the war effort. Everything is for the front, everything is for victory, said one lawmaker. Some military factories are working around the clock, churning out tanks, ammunition, and drones. This bakery south of Moscow has also stepped up production. It was already baking bread for Russian soldiers, and now it's converted part of its floor space into a drone factory. The city of Izhevsk lies 100 kilometers east of Moscow. It's already home to Kalashnikov, Russia's biggest producer of automatic weapons and guided artillery. And now 3 of its malls have been bought up by drone manufacturers, much to the dismay of many local residents.
The first reaction was why our city gets a big targets for attacks.
Ivan Elisev is an anti-corruption activist who released an investigation into what was happening with the malls. Tenants had their leases terminated and the drone manufacturers moved in.
They understand that Putin's government needs drones and they will have more money.
In the fall, Putin toured one facility where a new long-range kamikaze drone is being produced. He and other officials frequently visit factories, showing off equipment and boasting about resilience.
Putin has money to continue to fulfill its war machine.
Alexandra Prokopenko used to work as an advisor at Russia's central bank. She says the country's biggest economic lifeline has been its ability to sell its oil to new markets and use a shadow fleet to help skirt around the Western price cap.
If the sanctions would be successful and if the demand on the Russian oil would lower, it's all reduce Putin's capacity to finance the war. But not now.
Prokopenko left Russia after the invasion, just like hundreds of thousands of others who didn't want to be part of a country waging war or shut out from the West. This group in Baku, Azerbaijan, is celebrating the 2-year anniversary of a co-working space they've dubbed New Zion. a nod to the Matrix movies where Zion was the last human city in a world taken over by machines. Most of the people here are Russian and work in the tech sector. After Russia announced it was mobilizing men in the fall of 2022, many here hurriedly left, including some on 2 chartered planes that Aras Mehmet helped to organize.
That was the moment when we had like maybe 300, 400 people asking us to help.
In the end, 110 people booked a seat, each paying $2,500 US.
Most people here, they're business people. They don't want any politics involvement, engagement, activities. So these people just want peace, and they want to be like in a safe place to work and run their businesses.
It's not clear whether they will return once the war is over. The mass exodus has helped to create record low unemployment in Russia. A lack of workers, along with inflation, is putting pressure on the country. But Russia's economy is not on the brink of collapse. And for now, it still has enough money to keep fueling the war it started.